So today I'll be reviewing Pokemon Journeys episode 123, the semifinals part 2, Dazzle. This was the first part of Ash vs Cynthia in the Masters 8 semifinals, so let's talk about it. So the episode starts off with Ash preparing all his battle gear, then we get to see Diantha who's talking to Cynthia, and Diantha says that she's cheering for Cynthia, who she thinks will end Leon's winning streak. Then we get the official revelation from Cynthia herself that she plans on retiring from battling once the tournament is over. This clip was originally shown at the end of the recap episode for 121, but I was waiting for this moment to officially happen before I talked about it. To give you my thoughts on it briefly before we continue, this was obviously a major revelation and a sad one at that. Cynthia has been the most popular champion and probably the one fans have considered the strongest for the longest time. I always thought of Cynthia as the strongest champion without question before Leon came along. So hearing that this is probably her last battle unless she makes the finals is pretty sad, especially since she's more than likely just going to lose to Ash despite being in a better position. This was also surprising to me because aside from maybe Red, Cynthia is definitely the champion they market the most when it comes to the games in anime. She's in the Gen 4, 5, 7, and 8 games, and she appears in the Gen 4, 5, and 8 anime, not to mention her massive presence in Pokemon Masters. The only reason she has Como in the anime is because it's one of her Signet Suit partners in Pokemon Masters, which is why I find it hard to believe that she's just going to vanish. So I see two things potentially happening. One, Cynthia retires but we still see her as an archaeologist since that's her passion, or two, after battling Ash, she finds a new love for battling and decides to continue being the champion. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but I don't want to do too much speculation here, otherwise this review will get too long. So moving on, after seeing the Pokemon Ash should be using in the tournament, we get to see Ash and Cynthia's introductions, and the battle begins with Cynthia using Spiritomb and Ash using Dragonite. And Cynthia wastes no time at all and immediately attacks with Sucker Punch to knock Dragonite back, and that was only the start of her fierce attack, because after that Spiritomb brushes off Draco Meteor and puts Dragonite to sleep before Ash could attack, and eventually uses Dream Eater until Dragonite is unable to battle and eventually defeated. And from this point on, she pretty much took control of the entire battle because of her decision to switch Pokemon. Even after Gengar managed to land a Will-O-Wisp on Roserade and give it a burn, Ash wasn't able to build any momentum because she switched back into Spiritomb, who went on to defeat Gengar despite having an advantage with a fairy type move. I was somewhat disappointed with Gengar because I was looking forward to the matchup and seeing how Gengar would make use of Dazzling Gleam, but Gengar has let me down a lot already, so I'm not shocked or devastated. After that, Cynthia switches into her Togekiss and Ash sends out Pikachu, and they battle for a bit until Cynthia decides to return it and send out Gastrodon, but after using Stone Edge against Gastrodon, Pikachu was finally able to get Ash's first win despite being at a disadvantage. After that, Cynthia sends out Spiritomb and Pikachu pulls out the Counter Shield to counter Spiritomb, which was great to see, and Cynthia says that she remembers that from Ash using it during the Sinnoh League, and Ash says that he's stronger now, and Pikachu manages to land an Iron Tail, but Cynthia got Spiritomb to use Destiny Bond at the same time, so Pikachu goes down too, making this a 3-on-4 battle with Ash at a disadvantage, and the episode ends with Ash saying that Cynthia is strong and the narrator saying that the fight is only just starting. This was a pretty good start to the battle. It was great seeing how Cynthia was thinking 2 steps ahead of Ash the whole time, with her constantly switching Pokemon so that he would never have an advantage or build any momentum. I think her greatest point strategy was definitely that Destiny Bond at the end, getting rid of Ash's greatest partner and the potential of him using a Z move. And with Gengar gone as well, Cynthia now knows that he won't be using Gigantamaxing or Z moves, which puts her at an even greater advantage because she'll be able to read and predict his movements even better now. Lucario is definitely going to have a lot of work to do to carry Ash to this win. Overall, this was a great battle and I loved seeing the Counter Shield again, and hopefully Ash taught it to someone else since things aren't looking good right now. With that being said, what do you think of Cynthia's retirement? Do you think she'll actually retire to fully pursue Pokemon archaeology, or do you think this battle will convince her to stay? Also, let me know who you think is going to win this battle. I kind of want to see Cynthia win so that she goes out as the world champion, or at least in the finals, but I do still think it'll be Ash since Ash vs Leon has been foreshadowed since the start. Be sure to give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and bye.